The Big 12 season just about ready to get started here in Waco.
Official Brian Hall stepping in to get the contest started. He's working with Cameron Inouye and Brian Garland this afternoon.
It'll be TCU to open up with possession.
As expected, looks like Baylor's in their traditional man-to-man defense.
Kick out in the corner looking for Manumaleunion, knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Horned Frog. And it'll be Baylor ball.
That was a nice job by Roxanne McCullough flashing into that paint to get the entry pass. Just got the unfortunate turnover.
Manumaleunion, the transfer from Arizona, thought that it was last touched by Baylor, was trying to argue her case, but the Bears with their first possession of the day, and Jaden Owens will set the offense.
Interesting defense by TCU in that half-court trap to start, but they've rotated back to man-to-man defense on the half-court.
Down to 3 on the shot clock. Down the lane goes Andrews for the lay-in.
Well, nice job by Sarah Andrews reading that TCU defense. Saw the big crack between the purple shirts and took it all the way in. Nice play by the scoring leader for Baylor.
Low block and tied up by Caitlin Bickle.
A quick outside shot by Jamie Asbury for Baylor that time.
Leaning shot won't go there for McCullough.
Nice block out by Baylor star freshman Little Paige Buggs getting that defensive rebound and full court pressure defense.
Baseline drive for Taiwo, draws the foul.
Played on, as I said earlier, I believe 7 NCAA tournament games. So she's the only TCU player, Mike, that's averaging in double figures. Andrews' opening drive to the bucket, which resulted in 2 points.
Baseline inbound here, comes to Bickle. He can hit that 18-footer, but puts it on the deck here. High off the glass and finishes. Manumaleunion, left wing. Down low for eBay. Tough shot, gets her own rebound, and the putback will go.
On their roster also, so it's still a time of adjustment for both teams.
Bickle's 16-footer misses to the right side of the iron, and here comes Manumaleunion. Good ball movement to the left wing. Taiwo. Had her defender fall down, sets up eBay underneath, plus the foul. She is their second leading scorer at just shy of 9 points per game.
She's a 72.5% free throw shoot, those 2-20-win seasons. Finished second in the Big 12 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You can look for these transfers to build back on that.
Corner 3. Jaden Owens missed the last time out against Long Beach State, as did Asia Blackwell, who's still out today. They feel like she's getting closer, but just not quite fully there. Good pass in the corner for Andrews. The triple goes. Craven steals an extra possession here for the Frogs. Baseline inbound. Down low for White. She'll take a 14-footer and bury.
On the floor from the University of Oklahoma, making her presence felt quickly.
Bickle from straight away for 3.
Young lady coming in there, Fauntleroy, one of 5 Baylor players averaging in double figures on the season.
He gets the top of the key, gives underneath for Gillespie. Good position underneath, and she finishes.
Baylor, as you can see, has come out of that timeout between the first and second quarters, trying to drive it quickly to the bucket.
People saying to the officiating crew, that's 3 that you've had go against us. Top of the key, Bickle's going to fire another triple and hit again. Baseline for eBay.
A good block out by Gillespie.
Now Baylor's going to look to run. Up ahead for the layup for Asbury. TCU's offense scoring just 62 points per game has them last in the Big 12. They need to start making their shots at a higher clip than they have all this season. Underneath, good feet.
More free throws than anybody on this TCU team, but she is not coming into today's contest. But she swished that one. How about that?
4 minutes gone by here in quarter number 2. Baylor doubling up TCU 20-10. Fauntleroy for 3. Another 2 points for Baylor off a turnover. Asbury, though, probing, draws the foul.
How about it?
Paige Bradley whistled for the foul. First free throw. for the Baylor Bears. TCU's made just 3 field goals in this basketball game. Fisher hunting for a 4th. Won't go. Cravens with the offensive board. Good cut down the lane for Manu Maliunia to lay it in.
Baylor's been ranked in the top 25 over 350 weeks in a row.
A remarkable streak that just outlines the excellence of this program.
Well, there's a
on her 3rd program now. Also played at Eastern Washington the first couple of
Little Page Bugs.
Top now for Andrews with 5 on the shot clock. Andrews with 3. Fires for 3. Back iron. Good offensive board, though, by Dariana Little.
Nikki Collin using Kendra Gillespie much more today than she has in many games this season.
Racing to get the shot off. Baylor scored 15 in the opening period, just 11 thus far.
Baylor has 4 team fouls. Now remember the new rules that came into play about 5 years ago in women's basketball. If you get 5 team fouls
of the opening half,
lead the team with 4 rebounds.
Final minute of the opening half, as Baylor's lead has been siphoned down to 8.
TCU back in the zone defense now. Let's see how Baylor handles it. This is a little different look.
Underneath for Gillespie. Tough shot, draws the foul. Against teams ranked in the top 25 this year. And Nikki Collins said the issues that they've had in those games that they have.
Exactly. Baylor has 1 top 20 win this year so far against a very physical Villanova ball club. They lost a tough one to a real physical Arizona team. Said Baylor had won 4 of their last 5. The loss was against Arizona.
TCU with a chance to really cut the lead down here. Shot misses there from Fisher, and a foul over the back from Gillespie.
Well, let's see what the directive is from Nikki Collin. Do they play for the last shot? Looks like they're going to. Only 22 ticks left on the first half shot clock.
Only about a second between the shot clock and game clock. They do fire one up early, though. Rebound there for Gillespie underneath. The layup won't go.
Well, Gillespie did the hard part, got the tough offensive rebound, and then missed the easy putback.
Taiwo with 4 into the lane, backing her way in, fires it up, won't go, and that's the buzzer. 26-18. Baylor with the lead.
Both bowl clubs have to find ways to get the job done on the offensive end.
Up top in the hands of McCullough to start the offense. Fisher now on the left wing.
Baylor back to their original starting lineup in today's game and also playing their man-to-man defense. They've been in the entire game. It's been very effective.
Stoppage here on the floor. So Brian Hall letting us know that the clock froze for 11 seconds.
11-second time freeze on both the shot clock and the game clock. So they've got that fixed.
Now down to 5 on the shot clock. Quick shot there for Taiwo. Misses short. Her first 3-point attempt. Here comes Bickle with the 2 threes in the first half. Now she goes to work on the low block. Can't get the finish. The offensive board, and the putback will go.
Inside to Bickle in the paint. She scores right off the bat. Nice follow for the senior leader for Baylor.
Bears open it back up to a 10-point lead. Cravens to answer with the 14.
Nice start offensively in this second half by both teams.
Tough shot there for Sarah Andrews. Missed short. Fisher looking to run down the lane.
Oh, terrible. Good rebounder, good defender, but her outside shooting has not taken effect yet.
8 seconds on the shot clock in the corner. Fisher for 3. And the lead is down to 3.
Yeah, only the 4th 3-point attempt for TCU. Jaden Owens was a little slow getting out on her. They may be in their game strategy give Fisher that 3-point shot.
A 7-0 TCU run here early on in the third quarter to cut the lead to 3. Bickle and
something we have not talked about. TCU starts 3 5'10s or taller on the perimeter. Baylor's been guarding them.
Over the taller defender to cut the lead down to 3 again. And now in the passing lane is Taiwo. Tommy Taiwo lays it in for 1 early on in the third.
Well, that errant pass by Kat Ferrera's junior college transfer from Baylor has not seen a lot of playing time. Does not look comfortable on the floor right now.
Andrews probing, 13-footer, drew the foul.
She's a 63% free throw shooter. TCU just a 62% free throw team on the year. Baylor 63% on the year. Got to do better than that. Baylor needs to regroup now and get something going on the offensive end. Can't do much better than that. She's a terrific talent for this Baylor team and has been a difference maker for them.
She's got it in the corner, drives into the lane. Good play from.
How about that? And there's no doubt Baylor's very good on out-of-bounds execution under their own bucket. Jaden Owens making a difference quickly.
Her first points of the basketball game. McCullough, tough move in the lane, hits the turnaround.
McCullough, very impressive here this afternoon. I like her game, very aggressive.
McCullough, the transfer from Purdue. Asbury driving on McCullough and finishes.
Too softly, got to put some zip on it. This TCU team's got quick feet. They make things difficult inside.
I think you're absolutely right, though. That 362-week streak on the line right now here in the fourth quarter. Bickle with a
teammate wide open across the lane.
McCullough over the left shoulder, but no, missed well short. Owens up ahead for Bickle running the floor. Layup goes. Bickle with 16 to lead all scorers. Now the steal by Owens. Bickle ultimately comes out of the pile with it.
Now how about that defense by Jaden Owens? I keep saying she's the best on-ball defender for this Baylor team. She was.
Andrews cross-court three.
You mentioned she missed the last Baylor game with that shin injury, but played 17 minutes in the first half here today.
Down to Baylor 5 here on the shot clock. Owens just finally sees it. Andrews for three. Banks it in. Ravens in the lane. One-on-one with Bickle. Just long.
Well, nice job by Bickle there, moving her feet well, keeping her hands straight up, not drawing the fourth foul.
Now Bickle's got her. Now a 20-2 run.
20-2 run for Baylor.
For the Baylor Bears.
All started with terrific defense to end the third quarter and start the fourth quarter.
They hunt for more here. Asbury down the lane. Good finish. Feathery. Oh, taken away from behind. Good hands by Lucy eBay. And then good patience by eBay. Most of those games you see there on your screen can be seen right here on ESPN Plus. The West Virginia head coach Nikki Collin is wearing a T-shirt with Andrews' number and name on it today. The coaches all wearing T-shirts with players' names and numbers on them, but the head coach wearing your number says an awful lot about what the head coach thinks of you.
Great hop there. Bickle to Little Page Bugs. Terrific execution by Baylor.
And the lead is up to 20.
You mentioned when we talked about Sarah Andrews going to the locker room, she missed a game earlier in the season with an ankle injury, so they certainly don't want to take any chances. eBay now with 8 points. She is a great competitor.
2-for-2 trip for Lucy.
Baylor's been very efficient on out-of-bounds plays, points off of out-of-bound play attempts.
Good action on the baseline inbound. And TCU trying to bring a little bit of shadow press. We've seen them do a lot of pressure in the non-conference slate, but against a team that is as talented and has as many good ball handlers as Baylor does, a little harder to do that all game long. Asbury with another three-point try. That one will go as well. Long rebound chased down by Manu Maliunia. The three won't go, though, for Godfrey. Offensive rebound, though, and the putback
there's
falls.
a good example, Mike, what I keep talking about. eBay, so aggressive. Good spreading of the wealth when you only have 60 points on the game. So give TCU a little credit now on their defense, holding Baylor below their season average so far. Jana Van Dykenbeek on ball defense here. The transfer from Stanford just getting into the game for the first time.
That one caught every bit of the rim and fell for Roxanne McCullough. Final minute here in Waco. If TCU fans want some good news, Jim, their football team's up 14-0 right now.
Oh, my goodness. That's great for the entire Big 12 conference.
Yes, it is.
Freshman out of Oklahoma City. Donald's All-American last year. Very, very highly recruited.
Nice looking stroke for a freshman at the free throw line as well.
She's got great potential. Look how long her arms are. She's listed as 6'1". I think she's a little taller than that. Plays much taller with those long arms.
Gatorade Player of the Year a year ago in Oklahoma, a 5-star prospect. McDonald's All-American, had 30 points against Tennessee State a couple weeks ago. Her ceiling is limitless. Gets the block there underneath, gets the rebound as well, and into the final 40 seconds here in Waco.
Jenna Van Geitenbeek, the transfer from Stanford, where she played on the national championship team a couple of years ago.
Fauntleroy will pop a three. That misses long. She's going to chase down her own offensive rebound. Nearly did. Manu Maliunia taking it away from her. 20 seconds to play here, and the three-pointer misses long. But Baylor's going to open up conference play with a 1-0 record as they begin their pursuit, Jim, of a 13th consecutive conference championship.
Well, this has been a very interesting outing for both ball clubs. Baylor jumping out to that 14-point lead in the second period. TCU cut it to 1 in the third period, and then Baylor coming back up comfortably in the latter stages of the game.
Bucket falls from McCullough, and that will likely establish the final margin. 64-42. The Baylor Bears with a 22-point win to open up conference play. 1-0 for Nikki Collins.
Well, certainly if you're a Baylor player, Baylor coach, they've got to be very, very happy.